back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. So today we're going to talk about some spring decks, and it is the spring equinox when I'm actually recording this. So happy spring equinox, happy Ostara, spring, whatever way you want to phrase it here. I'm so sorry, you guys. My head today is just bear with me, okay? So before we get started, if you love all things tarot, oracle card related, spiritual, artsy, that's a hint at the next video that's going to be coming up, like art magic and things like that. Rambly, chit chatty and crystals and all that spiritual witchy goodness, then you have found the channel. Hit the subscribe. I'd love to have you part of the family. Hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. I upload every Monday and Friday at 7:30 GMT time. Okay, and it's all on my page anyway. And yeah, you can follow me on my socials. I'm on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook, but I use Instagram and TikTok a little bit more than Facebook. So go grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm hoping this won't be too long, so maybe not too big of a snack. And let me know in the comments below, what decks are you using for this spring? I'm so excited for spring this year. I am so excited. I am so ready. I am like, yes, look, I even have a new gong. Actually, I have 3. I got a green one and it has like purple. What's this? What's this? Is this called gingham? Is that how, did I pronounce that wrong? Anyway, I have a green one and a yellow one, and I'm just, I love gongs. I think they're the cutest, and I have this one as well. I don't know why he's sitting over here. So we're going to put the gongs, the spring gongs out, and yeah, let's get into the video. First, we're going to start with tarot, and then we're going to go on to oracle. And yes, so the first one, of course, I'm going to mention this with it being Ostara, is the Ostara tarot. I am working with this currently at the moment, and as you all know, I rotate this. I use this bag and I rotate the decks that I use in it. Now, I'm sure everybody, and of course I have a crystal. This one was crying for a crystal as well. If you haven't watched my, what I worked with in February or something like that? No, it's something about the wildwood. It was crying for a crystal, and now I feel all my decks have got that energy and they all want crystals. So it's a good thing I have a good selection of them. So I have paired the green adventurine. I feel like it just works. It works so well. So beautifully well. So I'm going to put that back into the bag, otherwise I could lose that. But I'm loving this deck. Now this is by 4 different creators. It is a red feather publication. What I will say is, when you get this deck, it is split in 2, that's not a problem, as you can see from my deck. That's not an issue at all. I have seen some people where it has stuck really badly. The gilding doesn't stay the best, or the edging, whatever way you want to say it. It doesn't stay the best, but I don't really mind. I love the backs. They're definitely one of my favorites. It is a glossier cardstock, as you can see, but I love it. I love it for this time of year. I love the 4 different artists. That doesn't bother me. I do rely on the guidebook, but I'm not mad at that either, because I do allow myself to intuitively pick up things as well. So I don't think, that's a bad thing either. Now, I'm not going to do a whole walkthrough of this, but this is absolutely perfect for, not just Ostara, but for the spring season. This came out for me with, and I'll show you the oracle deck that I'm pairing with, but it was 2 raccoons. Like, the second card was a raccoon, and oh my gosh, it's the most unlikely pairing that works, but I love this. I love this. Sylvie, if you're watching, if you don't watch Sylvie, her channel is called Tarot Magpie. Get the deck. Get the deck. I know you've been sitting on the fence, but get the deck. I promise. It's such a great deck. Honestly, it is so great. Right, let's get into the rest. Otherwise, you're going to be here for the next hour chatting with me. Going to be repeats, but I know I have like some new faces here as well, and maybe you don't want to go through old videos and things like that, so that's kind of why I try and make these seasonal videos. So while yes, there might be some repeated decks, I just wanted kind of easily accessible for other people. So the next one is the Luna Sol Tarot, and this is a liminal 11. All of these are mass market except for one, which is an oracle deck, but all of these are mass market, so they're very easily bought. I love the box on this. I don't use this deck half enough. I want to, but I don't know why I'm never drawn to it. I love the box, but this is a beautiful one. If you want kind of just a writer with you guys, oh my gosh, if you want a writer a Smith clone deck, then this is the one that kind of has the spring. Although I have to say, Sylvie has done a beautiful spring deck collection as well, or you know, recommending decks for spring, and she has the spring weight, and oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I love that. I kind of want to splurge, but then I'm like, I don't really use Rider-Waite Smith, but I'd nearly make an exception to the rule. I nearly would. This is stunning. I have no reason not to use it, because honestly, it's a stunning deck. Looking at the cards now, I'm like, what is your reasoning behind not using it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful pastels and muted colours, and just like, it's perfect for spring, and yet here I am not using it for spring. And the cardstock is pretty good. It's a little on the thicker side, but you know what, that's all right. That's okay. Maybe for, you know, maybe for beginners, it's not a bad idea to kind of have a heavier duty cardstock. So yeah, that is the Luna Sol Tarot. It's the Pastoral Tarot. I don't ever think I'll never recommend this for a spring. It is a US Games publication. Oh, I love this deck. I just want to show the guidebook. I have, excuse me, I have done a walkthrough. If I remember to link it, I will, if you want to see kind of an in-depth. But this guidebook, now I haven't worked with this since last year, but oh my gosh, when I did work with this is by Lynn. I'm not going to garter your last name, Lynn. I'm really sorry. I'm just not going to do it. And Lisa Hunt. I won't subject you to the mispronunciation of your last name. This is so good. Oh, lads, I can't. And it comes with a lovely little bag as well. I'm not even going to try and remember. It's like a canvas bag or something like that. I know one of you is going to correct me. Thank you. I do appreciate it. The backs. Do you know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I feel like that would pair beautifully. And the reason I'm holding it landscape is because these cards are in landscape. How gorgeous are these? And it's perfect for spring, for summer. I feel like this is such a lighter deck. You know, it is definitely for the earlier months, and then, you know, maybe a little bit of autumn now that I'm looking at this. But for the most part, I get very much spring, summer vibes off this. And I love, okay, maybe not so much this one, but I love this. I think it's absolutely perfect for the spring. Like, look, your little lamb, beautiful flowers, just lovely, straightforward, to the point. They can be read very intuitively. You can use the guidebook. It's a no fluff deck. Personally, it's a no fluff deck. I love it. It's very homey. It's relatable in one way. I really do feel like it's kind of, okay, maybe we're not all dressing like this, but it is, you know, especially as somebody who's grown up in the country, who still lives in the country, who would love, in one sense, to have this. I know it's probably very American in that stage with the lovely barns and things like that. We don't have that in Ireland, but I would love to. I would love to have, you know, all this. My mom has like laying hens, and she grows some produce and things like that, but like, I get it, and the whole, you know, fighting for farmers' rights and things like that. So, you know, it is relatable to today. You know, that kind of a way. You could definitely, I love this. It's very modern in its sense. While yes, it looks a little bit kind of on the older pastime, it is very relatable to today. Is Tarot of Mystical Moments. I know a lot of people love this deck. I don't blame me. I love this one as well. I actually, because I know a lot of people as well have compared this with the Dreamkeeper Tarot, and similar but not similar, and they're the spare cards there. I have to say, I always thought the Dreamkeeper would be far more, would be more my favourite than this. And that's not how it has worked out at all. Isn't it funny how sometimes decks that you think are like, trust me, the Wildwood, I was like, I don't know. It was pretty affordable, so I was like, yeah, why not? Now I have it, and it's like one of my favourites. It's one of my favourites already, so lovely silver edge. I love the backs on these. There's something so elegant and regal and just important. It feels like such an important deck. It is a glossy deck, but it does work for the images that are on it. I feel like if it was matte, it'd be far more muted. And this needs to be a vibrant deck, I'm not going to lie. And here's me going, it's perfect for spring, and we will get the Tower. But, okay, Tower aside, it's not a bad one. I love this. It has a very, I think I've said this before, and I think a few people have said it as well, a very Alice in Wonderland feel to it. It's very, strange and unorthodox, but I feel like if you like that kind of weird and wonderful, then this is going to work beautifully for you for spring. I genuinely feel this is such a lovely deck. It does, it's a nice mixture, that vibrant and that still a little bit hinging on the winter as well feel to it. Again, like I said, it's very strange. The artwork is unusual to say the least, but I love it. I think it did work. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Okay, now I kind of want to work with this deck. Oh no. Oh no. I'm trying to see what other kind of, oh, look at that. Like, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So yeah, I definitely think this is going to work so beautifully for the spring season category, but certainly not least. Now, I haven't worked with this deck, but for some reason it just kept, it was like it was hollering in the basket at me. It was like it was shouting. So I was like, okay, you can see it in the corner. God damn it. It's the Rosebud Tarot. Now, I haven't worked with it. Like I said, I have done like a slight unboxing, I think, of decks that I got for my birthday. I ordered this and the Witch Sister Tarot, and I hate to say that they're still sitting in the box that kind of like, it's basically a box that I have beside my desk where I want to cleanse these decks, I want to work with them, and I just don't put them into my rotation as of right now. So I'm kind of sad that it has been sitting there since I got it. Now, the only thing is I have no idea why this is split like this. I'm sure once I kind of start working with it, it'll, yeah, it's kind of getting there. Anyway. And then I looked at it and I was like, why are you crying to be used at spring? Maybe it's sick of sitting inside the basket. That's possible. But no, I see it. I see it. As you can see, it is still in order. Summer deck too, yeah. Definitely a summer deck. But there was, where is it? Again, I'm just keeping it in order. But the majors. Is this very confusing for you guys? Hold on, let me, if I do it this way, maybe it might work a little bit better. Am I after mixing this all up? Probably not me, I'm after mixing it all up, but anyway, it is what it is, and I feel like this is going to be a beautiful deck. Like, look at that. I don't know how it's going to work for spring. I have no idea, but I do want to throw it in there because she was definitely speaking loud and clear, going, yeah, you need to use me for spring. I am that deck. And I love this card. I love this High Priestess. I love it. I love it. Onto the Oracle, and my camera has moved. I'm so sorry. Is the Oracle decks, right? So I know this is not like technically a spring deck. It's in the name. It's Winterseer Animal Oracle. But I'm using this with the Ostara. Now, I will talk a little bit more about that at the end of March. My March favourites, and wrap up and wind down, whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness me. Sorry, I keep it in a box that my mum gave me. I will talk about it in, like I said, March. Did I say May? March wrap up. But this deck, for any of my animal lovers out there, this deck is really, really, really good for spring. It really is. I don't know, it's like because of the white and just the pop of colour. It just works. It genuinely just works. And I'm loving working with it. I'm using it with the Pastoral. So I use like one tarot, one oracle, all that kind of stuff. It's good. It's really good. And I love the guidebook as well, but I love the white borders to it. Like, look at that. Look at the way they just pop now. Beautiful. I'm going to mention this. Am I even sorry? No, I'm not. But I do think the Bridget deck would work so beautifully for spring. I genuinely do. I know you guys have seen me talk about this like several times. Did I snap a nail? Oh my gosh. No, I didn't. I was that eager to get into it. I feel like this deck it's just beautiful. You've seen it multiple times. But if you're new and you haven't, go check out my walkthrough. I chat about this a lot. I love this deck. And it's just a perfect one. If you want to work with a goddess, then Goddess Bridget is probably a really great one to work with. Because there's a beautiful deck that's created here in Ireland. And I love that. I really love that. And it's gorgeous. It genuinely is such a gorgeous deck. And it just has that beautiful kind of spring element and just, yeah, the goddess. So I feel like a lot of people in spring lean towards that more feminine and flowy and just being with nature. And it's beautiful. So, you know, we're really getting back into the swing, the momentum of life, right? We're kind of breaking out of that sleepy slumber, the feeling a bit stagnant, sick of waiting around, waiting for the weather to get better. Although in Ireland, we have rain all the time. So, well, not all the time. Today's blue skies, so that's nice. But yeah, the Bridget deck, you know I love this one so much. And so many of you bought it because you've seen it here, and I love that. So thank you so much. I know I didn't create it. I didn't create it, but I know it means a lot, and it's wonderful. You guys are amazing. You really are. Of goddess, I always feel like this is such a great goddess spring deck, is the Goddess Dream Oracle by Wendy Andrew, and this is a Rockpool Publishing. I got this a while back. I have a couple of years I think now at this stage. Oh, I love the backs on these. They are so truly beautiful. But the art, the cards, now I do feel like I can't remember which one of you commented and said you combined this with the Goddess Love Oracle. I love the idea of that. So I still haven't been brave enough to do that, but I might venture out yet and do this. But there's only like, is it 36 cards, I think? Yeah, 36 cards. Now I'm going to be a bit of a snot and say we're kind of in a day and age where we need to get more than 36. We need to get more, unless like you're doing expansions or something, I don't know, but like I need more. I'm just being greedy here. I need more. Oh, I love this. I do. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. And for spring, it's like perfect. It's a little strange, but again, you know, it could work really well with the mystical moments. I haven't used it with that, I don't think. But these are just gorgeous. If you really want the divine feminine energy, for those of you that are into it. If you're not, that's no problem either. You can just use it as a goddess deck as well. That's totally fine too, if you want to tap into that kind of goddess energy. But for those of you that love that divine feminine and digging deeper into that, then, you know, this is a great one as well. And I feel like, you know, for beginners, this is a great one. It's so intuitive. It's so colourful. Like, look at that. Isn't that a perfect one to end on now for... Really? Did I say she's dramatic as well? Because she has that energy. Yeah. Goddess Dream. Definitely pick it up. We're just being dramatic now today. Okay. It is what it is. Talking about is the Everyday Witch Tarot. Oracle. And the tarot. I don't see many people talk about this. Is it that they don't know? Do you guys not know this exists? You should, because, oh my gosh. I'm trying to think how many cards are in this. Is it 40? I don't know. 40. Literally on the button. Go me. I'm awake today. I'm not awake today. This is perfect for all seasons, but this is perfect. I know I don't talk about it a whole pile myself, but there's something so fun and cute and just energetic about it. It has a kind of a youthfulness, you know, kind of a kick up the ass, like, let's get it done. I love it. I really do. And I feel like it's such an underrated deck because I don't feel or see a lot of people talking about it, and they should be, because it genuinely is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I don't know, is it because of the glossy cardstock? I don't really care for it. Or is it not in print anymore? I haven't even looked, but this is gorgeous. 10 out of 10 recommend. I love it. Intuitively, guidebook, whatever it was. I like Deborah Blake's work anyway. This is gorgeous. Get it. If there's one deck, I'm like, yes, get this one. And the Bridget, but if you want kind of more, a little bit more witchy element than this is it. And definitely a little bit different than the rest of the decks that I've talked about is the Chinese 5 Elements Oracle. Now, I haven't worked with it yet, but I will be soon. Oh, this is so pretty, because I was like looking at my decks and it was kind of, again, like the Rosebud was like, hello, I'm here. I'm like, right, okay, I don't know how you're going to fit in with spring, because I wouldn't. Excuse me? This fits in perfect with spring. Who was I to think that this wouldn't fit with spring? This is beautiful. How gorgeous is the card? I love. Look at this. Moving up the vortex. Like, oh. It's so adorable. It really is. And I feel like you could gain so much from this. I like the little animals. So if you want kind of that oracle deck with animals, then this would be a great one with like a few people. You know, maybe you're not a peoply person. Maybe like you don't like people in your deck. Then this might be a perfect one. It has like a beautiful blend of both. And I feel like this is going to work beautifully for spring and summer and winter. And I always forget autumn. It's one of my favorites. But do you know what I mean? It's going to work so good. And there's something about... Can you hear that sound? I like that sound. I like that sound. So, yeah. This has been cleansed and it's not in order or anything like that. So, yeah. This and... That sounds like a good shuffle. Conquer your fear. Alright. So much for hanging out with me and looking at all these spring decks that are the decks that I feel like will work with spring. These are ideal. Let me know in the comments below, what decks are you working with this spring season? I want to know, because maybe possibly want to add new ones to my collection. Always. I never not want to. And let me know what crystals you're working with, or any other divination tools, or anything like that. I'd love to know. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to chat to y'all real soon. Bye guys.